Thank you very much for joining us on the program, and again, a warm welcome. Ethiopia's Prime Minister Hailemariam Desalegn has resigned. State media FBC reported Mr. Desalegn tendered his resignation letter to the House of People's Representatives, resigning from his position as Premier of the country and Chairman of the ruling coalition. According to the FBC, Desalegn said he had done what he was able to do to solve the problem in the country. His resignation comes as the country struggles to contain a political crisis with unrest in the restive Oromia region. Political prisoners, including opposition figures, have recently been released in order to ease detentions.
Hailemariam Desalegn était à la tête du
Hailemariam Desalegn headed the government since 2012, but 3 years after taking office, Ethiopia was the scene of the largest anti-government protests in 25 years, with at least 940 people killed, according to the Ethiopian Human Rights Commission linked to the government. These demonstrations were above all an expression of frustration of the Oromo and Amhara, the country's two main ethnic groups, in the face of what they perceive as an over-representation of the minority of the Tigrayans within the EPRDF, the ruling coalition. COM had only returned with the establishment of a state of emergency between October 2016 and August 2017, even though sporadic demonstrations still took place. And then, over the past few weeks, Ethiopian authorities released hundreds of prisoners, including opponents and journalists, and dropped charges following the Prime Minister's promise on January 3rd.
De la promesse du Premier ministre le 3 janvier dernier.
And joining us now to weigh in on Mr. Desalegn's resignation is Shadal Lemma. Shadal is the editor-in-chief of the Addis Standard magazine. Welcome to the program, Shadal, and thank you very much for joining us. The Prime Minister's stepping down comes amid political tension in Ethiopia, especially the release of Oromia leader Bekele Gerba and other political prisoners. Do you believe Hailemariam Desalegn was pushed or influenced in some way to resign?
Yeah, it may not be fair to his intention to resign, because I understand that he also wanted to resign. So it's not just that he's been pushed or he's been pressured to resign, but it is something that he also wants to do. So, yes, it's a combination of both.
Shadal, but where does his resignation now leave him? His career in politics, and what next will he be going to do?
Well, he comes from an academic background, and where he's most comfortable at. And I do believe that is not far-fetched, that he goes back to the academia. But in his statement today, he also said that he will be helping, because his political career began in the late 1990s. So at the same time, he's also politically involved within his own party and within the coalition of the EPRDF. So whether or not he will be staying in the politics, that is, of course, entirely his decision. He also has the alternative to go back to academics, where he was one of the best academics in the country by many stretches.
Is Desalegn's resignation a victory for the Oromo people?
Well, I think this is it's a little bit unfair to say like this, because this will then really put the struggle of the Oromo people as if it is a struggle to see him going down or resigning, and then an Oromo person coming into power. That the question of the Oromo people is far beyond a power holder in the palace. Yes, had his resignation been impacted by the protest in Oromia? That is for sure. It goes without saying that it played a significant role to what is happening today. But just because he has resigned and somebody even from an Oromo party comes to the power, doesn't mean that the Oromo people's question is addressed. So we will have to see how the incoming administration is going to be addressing the demands of the people beyond holding the seat in the palace.
But have they been heard? I mean, will an Oromo be given the post or the position of the Prime Minister?
From where things stand now, it's most likely that would be somebody from the OPDO. It is most likely. There are, all the writings on the wall indicate this is likely going to be from the OPDO. Perhaps the current foreign minister, things are indicating to his potential ascendance to the power. That is my reading of the situation.